I've got a story for you. It's about a young boy called Tommy who's 13 years old. And he's at that kind of age where things are starting to change. He's become interested in girls and him and his friends talk about it a lot. But sometimes Tommy feels a little left out of the conversation because he doesn't always understand what's being talked about. So that night he goes home and starts Googling some of the words that he's heard. And at the top of his search list, those words pull up porn sites. So he clicks on the first one and he literally cannot believe his eyes. Endless thumbnails of naked men and naked women doing things that Tommy didn't even know were things. So he starts exploring, clicks on the first video and watches, clicks on another and watches, clicks on another, but there's something that Tommy doesn't quite understand. In some of the videos, the men are being nasty to the women, sometimes slapping them, sometimes choking them, sometimes even using their private area to gag them so much until they can't breathe. But the women look like they're enjoying themselves, often making noises that sound pleasurable to Tommy. And he's even seen it where they're asking for more, so Tommy comes to the conclusion that that's just the way sex is and continues watching. Now, some years pass. Tommy is now 18 years old. He's been watching this pornographic material for 5 years. And he's now started having physical relationships with girls, which feels so incredible to actually be doing it for real rather than always watching it behind a screen. But there's a reoccurring situation that Tommy keeps arriving in. A number of the girls that he's been with have messaged him afterwards saying that he was way too rough and that if he wanted to do the things that he did, meaning the slapping, the choking, the gagging, then they should have at least had a conversation about it before. Now, Tommy has seen these messages, but as far as he's concerned, these are the girls that are just frigid. So he's actually written back to a few of them saying that if they had just relaxed, they would have enjoyed it and got into it a bit more. So, how do you feel about Tommy? Do you think he's solely to blame for his attitude? How much of an influence do you think the porn he's been watching has had on him? And do you think there should at least be an age restriction on these types of sites? Do you think some of the responsibility should fall on our shoulders for the lack of conversation and education that we're having with young boys about how to treat girls or how to behave in sexual situations? Let me know what you think. Thank you.